I remember in college, after a hard workout, hard track day, hard intervals, whatever it was, both the guys team and the girls team, we would all cram into the training room and try to get into this tiny little ice bath. I think our record was maybe fitting 7 people in there. Really, you shouldn't have more than 3, but we made do with what we had. This ice bathing thing has kind of become almost a religion for some athletes, runners included, but there are people now saying it's completely unnecessary. So the point here is, should you really ice bath after you run? No doubt, if you looked at anything involving ice baths, you've seen the 2 camps here. The one that side that says ice baths are the cure for everything. They will help you recover faster. They'll make you faster, stronger, better, maybe even look better. Okay, maybe not the last one, but the ice bath is critical to these people. Now, the other side is the camp that says, no, we don't need an ice bath. Ice baths are bullshit and we should completely ignore them. Fortunately, I've actually talked to somebody who's done the research, looked into ice baths, figured out, are they efficacious at all? If you don't know, along with this show, Runner's High, I also do another show, a podcast, where I interview smart athletes. It's the Smart Athlete Podcast. And on episode 24, I interviewed author Christie Aschwanden, who wrote the book, got it here, Good to Go. In Good to Go, she talks about the various recovery methods and kind of recovery culture that surrounds athletics right now. And one of the things we talk about in my interview with her is ice baths. There's a lot of things that she found in these interviews and research that she went through, the things she tried and talked to other athletes about. A lot of things just didn't do anything at all. But ice baths in particular did have some effect. Now, if you haven't seen that episode with Christie, or if you'd like to, stay tuned to the end of this video. I'm going to have a link to that so you'll be able to see all of the advice from her. It's actually one of my shortest episodes. So, in and out, real quick, she gives you a lot of tips in that one. But what she found with the ice bath was that ice bathing, not really great for long-term benefits. The argument here is that the inflammation that happens with our body when we work out and we tear muscles and we need to recover is actually a signal that allows our body to go to those sites, repair them, and make them more resilient for the future. But this means that your body has to take its course. It has to fight the inflammation itself. Ice bathing does reduce inflammation, just like those proponents of it say. However, when you do that, it cuts down on your body's ability to make those muscles more resilient for the long term. The flip side here is that when you ice bath and reduce that inflammation immediately, then you're more able to perform at a high level under a short time frame than you would be otherwise. As a runner, you can think about it in this way. If you're base building, it's off season, you don't have any races coming up, you probably don't need to ice bath, unless you have some kind of acute injury that you need to reduce inflammation for, or a doctor's told you to. Then follow that advice, please. But if you're in base building, you don't have immediate race needs, high turnaround times, don't do the ice bath. That's at least what I believe Christie would suggest for you, because you want those long-term benefits. You want your muscles to be more resilient further down the line. However, if it's during race season, okay, this weekend's I've got a race, and then Monday, I've got another track workout, or that, hey, it's track season now, and I'm running the 800 and I'm running the 16, and somehow I'm doing the DMR. Well, ice bathing in between those events might be a way to go to help keep your level of performance up higher than it would be otherwise when you're accumulating that wear and tear, that fatigue over those events. Obviously, that's something that depends on the facility and your coaches and all that kind of thing. But if you have the ability, that's more the scenario where it makes sense to use the ice bath as the thing that's going to help you perform better. So, if you want to see that interview with Christie, it should be coming up on the screen here shortly. Click on that. Go see what Christie has to tell you in my interview with her. I'll see you next time on the next episode of Runner's High.